Well, this is John Black, super chemist. Another sermon. This might take a couple videos. I'm going to sleep probably after this video, so I don't know if I'll put them up right now. I'm going to put one up, this one. But we'll see. It might probably be later on today. I'll put up the other one. And this one's going to be about, this is a PASTAFARIan sermon called Number One Life Hack. And it's going to actually be about two life hacks, but kind of in the same category, in the same ballpark. And the number one life hack is habit. Okay, you can't understand how much, especially if you're young, how important habit is. If you just do these two things in life, everything else will, you're gonna have a good life. Okay, but habits. And it's not just about having good habits because you have a good habit. No, that's just a singular habit. But the thing that's great is when you have good habits lead to more good habits. And bad habits, they lead to more bad habits. You know what I mean? Like, you might start smoking pot, and then now you're getting lazy. Now you're you got the habit of smoking, getting high all the time. So now you get in the habit of skipping, taking a shower maybe once a week or something. Another bad habit. You might not clean up as well now at your house or whatever. Another bad habit. Then you start doing crack, another bad habit. Now you're robbing people, another bad habit. But good habits always lead to more good habits. You know what I mean? You have good parents and they make you clean your room and keep it tidy and all that. Then you get a house, no garage. You have your whole house clean. Now you got another habit. Then you move to another house that has a garage. Now you clean your garage. Good habits lead to more good habits. And the more good habits you have, the better your life is going to be. And there's something else I wanted to say about habits, but I can't think of it right now. So hopefully I'll remember and come back on that. So let's get on to the second part. Why is habits, habits in general are great, like I said, because they lead to more habits, you know what I mean? And the second part of this life hack is picking a spouse. Okay, and this is where it comes into the Pastafarian religion. It's not like a sin to, have great habits or whatever, to have bad habits. But it's best, you know what I mean? But when you're talking about picking a spouse, this is something that's Pastafarian. Like in a Christian religion, Jew, Muslim, whatever, their main focus is on worshiping God, basically. Worshiping God, and the difference here is in the Pastafarian religion, Pastafarian God, he doesn't want you to worship him, okay? He wants you to have a good life, and he wants you to have a good society, and he wants you to have a good family, you know what I mean? And the only way that you can have a good family is to have two good spouses. So it is your duty as a Pastafarian. This is your number one duty as a Pastafarian, right? Is to pick a spouse that's a good wife and mother. Okay. Now I was brought up in a Christian, religion, so I didn't have, no one taught me anything about family or women, men, nothing, marriage, nothing. You're supposed to, and of course I'm a child teaching myself, like most people are today. Parents don't teach them nothing. Both parents are working, that no one teaches the child. The child teaches the child. So of course I'm going to go with the solution that is more childlike, right? Which is, I want to marry someone that I fall in love with. Then, if they love me back, then that's a marriage. I should get married. And that's a childish attitude to have. Okay, it's you know, in the Pastafarian religion, they want you to have honor. You know, God wants you to have honor, and why it's so, you know, it's not just that, you know, you pick a superficial, you pick a boyfriend or a girlfriend or wife on superficial reasons. You know, you get a superficial relationship, you get a superficial marriage. You have to have substantial reasons, and the reason why, in the Pastafarian reason why this is so crucial, so important, you know what I mean? That we call it a duty, okay? Because in the Pastafarian religion, you don't really have to go out and be Miss Mother Teresa and do a bunch of stuff, you know, charity work. Although that would be nice, that would be great. It's encouraged, but just to be a good Pastafarian, all you have to do is just, you know, contribute to society, get a job, you know, and not be, you know, hurting people and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So there's very little that is required for a Pastafarian to be a Pastafarian. This is one of them. Okay, it is your duty, okay, to get, you know, pick a woman on what I'm saying here. Okay, the reason why is because it's your duty to your kids, your future kids. It is your, and that's the thing about the Pastafarian religion. We don't care about worshiping, okay? Our worshiping, and I'll get into that in another video, but our worshiping isn't praying or, you know, going to church. Our worshiping is actually helping other people. So that's how we pray and how we worship. Instead of getting on our hands and knees and saying, God, please give me gifts, you know, bless this person and help this person and do me this favor and that favor, we actually do something. That's our prayer. That's our to God. That's how we say we love you, God. We do stuff for other people. You know what I mean? But that's why it's because you know, since it's not about that, it's about family. It's about society. You know what I mean? It's about your kids, putting your kids over. You know, parents should want to, you know, like my kids. If there was bullets, or someone came into the house and there's me and the kids, and they're like, who do you want me to kill? Well, I'm going to have to kill either the kids or you. Obviously, you know, I'm going to get up and be like, kill me. You know, don't kill my kids. All right? That's how you're supposed to be as a parent, man. You know? But, and I'm guilty of this myself, okay? So I'm not passing judgment on people like, you know, but I made the same mistake that I'm talking about right now that I'm going to tell you about. And that's it. Like, my wife was a cheater. You know, she cheating the whole, like, couldn't throw, you know, whatever. She cheated a lot. Okay. And this was early on in the relationship. Okay. This is after 2 years we were together, right? I spent like $100 a week on this chick, you know, and back in the 80s, that would be like $300 today. $300 a week I spent on this chick for 2 years. We never had an argument ever. Then we got engaged, and I went off to the boot camp, and within weeks she's cheating. Okay, I did everything wrong. I treated her like a queen. I got a queen. You know what I mean? But then she cheated on me within weeks. Like I said, right there, I should have said, well, if I have kids with this woman, you know, my kids are going to be raised by this woman who has just cheated on me for no reason after 2 years of bliss on both ends of us. We never got in one fight. Not one even, no, nothing. We were just compatible 24/7 that we seen each other for 2 years. And then get engaged. And then she does that, like, for no reason. Like, basically because I stopped taking her out and spending $300 a week on her, and I went to boot camp, and so I wasn't taking her out anymore, and it only took her, like, 3 weeks or a couple weeks before she starts sleeping around with other people. You know, and I had a horrible, dysfunctional family growing up, and I met her in high school, so, you know, I really needed that love. from her. You know what I mean? I needed it. Like, even though I knew that she was a horrible person, I still loved her. You know how that goes. And what did I do? Instead of thinking of my future kids, instead of caring about them, I cared about myself, okay, because I was selfish and I needed that love. You know what I mean? I needed it. And so what did I choose? I choose just like her. She didn't want to be with me, obviously. I don't even know why she stayed with me for 10 years. I'll never understand it. But she picked a horrible person, because she turned me into that. Because I became, after a year of this constant cheating and cheating and cheating, and then, saying I'm not going to do it no more. And you know how that goes. Back, blah, blah, blah. What did I expect was going to happen? You know what I mean? I was weak, I wasn't a man. And a man, people tell you, oh, man is this man. I'm telling you what a man is, okay? A man is a person who has enough willpower to do what's right. That's what a man is, okay? And I'm telling you that this is what's right, okay? So just like a woman goes out with this drug dealer, right? Has 10 kids, with 10 different drug dealers, or is a bum, you know what I mean? And then they're like, do you care about your future kids? Like, did you? And keep in mind, I screwed it all up too. So not whatever. So I'm saying it to me too. I'm saying, why didn't you care about your kids? I'm saying it to me too. Why don't you care about your kids if you're that woman or that man or me? Why did you didn't think that maybe, hey, if I got pregnant with this man that's a drug dealer or, a bum that doesn't want to work, that maybe, just maybe, things aren't going to work out for your kids. You're going to have, he's going to, what the heck? Do you hate your kids? That's the question you need to ask yourself if you haven't had the kids yet. Do you hate your future kids? Do you hate them? Because if you're dating a drug dealer, or you're dating a bum, or you're dating someone who's cheated on you, or has beaten you, or whatever, you're picking that for not just you, for your kids too. You're picking that for your kids. You're a horrible human being if you do that, okay? I hate to judge too harshly, but yes, you are. I was a horrible human being because I didn't put my future kids ahead of my own feelings. I put my own feelings like because I wanted to feel, that drug of love, you know what I mean, from her, my ex-wife. But anyways, that's putting endorphins over the caring about my kids, my feelings over, and that's not the way to be a man. To be a man is to overcome things, and be strong, and do the right thing even though you don't want to, like drugs, you know what I mean? It's not a sin in the Pastafarian, religion, but we're against it. It's not good. It's never going to be good. It's a crutch, man. It's a crutch. And if you want to be a strong man, right, or a strong woman, whatever, you have to take that. You want to do the drug because all my friends, or I got to try it because I've never tried it. But you have to be strong. I mean, do you want to be strong or do you want to be weak? Okay, the weak person is the one who takes the drugs because they're not strong enough to say, hey, I'm not going to take them drugs. You're a little bitch, you're taking the drugs, right? But so anyways, this is why, like, your past, I hear these Gen Z, they talk about their hoe phase, that their past shouldn't matter because only the future matters, you know what I mean? Because the past is the past, you know what I mean? The future we could change, and I've changed now. This goes back to habit. Okay. Well, hopefully I'll get more than one video out today. But if not, it'll be I'll have to do the other ones later on.